Hello, this is Derek Olin Plumbing here in Tampa, Florida. This is, I believe, the third video that I'm making on the air admittance valves and why I think that they should be outlawed. If you watched the earlier video, I have made a mock-up of the basic plumbing system that is allowed now by code right out here, so that you would get an idea of what's going on. And let me just review that real quick. Here we have the main trunk line coming in. This carries the waste out to the sewer. We have a 3x2 Y that's in the ground. That serves as a wet vent for the toilet. Okay, and as it comes over, it just turns up and turns out into the room that where your lavatory is going to be hooked up at. And there is no vent that goes through the roof. So in this scenario here, what I've done is, and believe me, this happens all the time. Let's say that this line here gets stopped up, or this line here gets stopped up, and we have an air admittance valve underneath the sink, and this valve fails. Now, you come into your bathroom, and you just run the sink for a short period of time. You really don't. You have no idea that this is stopped up, and when you run the water starts coming out of the automatic air vent, which is underneath the lavatory in your bathroom. Now, most people have, a conglomeration of stuff underneath their bathroom sink, and small amounts of water are not going to be noticed. Now, this is exaggerated. By all means, it is exaggerated. I mean, you could get a leak like this, but that's not going. You're going to notice something like this. The one that you're not going to notice is that small drip that goes underneath the sink. And when that happens, especially here in Florida, you're susceptible to mold, mildew, and let's see if we can make this thing stop leaking now, because it's kind of loud. And but I wanted you to get this impression in your mind, because this could happen if the valve fails. This could happen. It is going to cost you much more down the road, not just with your property, because if this starts leaking underneath your vanity, you're gonna rot out the bottom of your vanity. You're inviting termites. Termites are a big thing here in Florida. Cockroaches. I mean, every living thing known to man needs water to live, and if you're just giving it to them underneath your vanity and soaking up your goods and what have you, mold will grow. Now you've got a sick house. And again, I have to ask, who is responsible? Who is going to be held responsible if these devices fail? It is so much cheaper to install a proper venting system through the roof while the house is being constructed, as opposed to trying to cut corners and put in a device like this underneath the sink. If you're going to cut corners someplace else. Do not do it to your plumbing system. Your plumbing system is the life of your home. Without your plumbing system, all you've got is a box. And there are so many different things that can happen to you, your property, your family, if a plumbing system does not work properly. All I'm trying to do here is saying that there is a potential danger to your property. There is a potential dangerous to you and your family. And if you allow this code to stay in place, there's nobody to blame but yourself. So, show your friends, show your family, look and see if you've got one in the first place. Because I'll tell you, if you've already got them in place, it is going to be really expensive to install a proper venting system now. We have to cut walls open, we have to drill through plates, we have to have roof penetrations. You know, these devices, when they're advertised, it really makes me laugh. I mean, you know, they say you save on the expense of running the venting system. You're looking at a little bit of PVC pipe and popping a hole through the roof. It's not that much money. They're saying less roof penetration, so you're less likely to get a roof leak. Well, I'll tell you, I've been in the plumbing trade since 1970, and you know, master plumber since 1983. And as far as fixing roof vents or leaks through the ceiling because of a roof vent, probably a dozen, maybe. And I've been in thousands and thousands and thousands of homes. But something like this, you can't recover from, especially if you get sick. You know, if you have an elderly individual or somebody that has a breathing disorder or a lung disease, or even somebody that's been on chemo and their immune system is gone, young children, and that's the one that really hurts bad. You know, just think that you could, you know, give your baby cholera or give them some sort of disease where this child now will not recover from it. You know, to me, being a child is the most important part of living, and to make a child suffer to try to save a few dimes or dollars or whatever the case may be on having these things installed instead of having a proper venting system installed is a crime. It is just simply a crime. Anyways, we will get back to our to the final video on the demonstration aspect of these air admittance valves and why I think they should be outlawed. And please stay tuned. Like I said, please tell your friends. Make a decision. This thing is not going to be changed just by me. You know, it's got to be backed by the people that they're installed at. You, the public, need to know that these can happen, and you, the public, are the only ones in large volumes of people demanding the state building code to outlaw these devices and make them illegal for any future homes that might have them put in. So thank you again, and stay tuned for video number 4.